Before I performed, I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me.
Beyonce's ex-drummer of 7 years, she is seeking a restraining order against Beyonce. She's accusing her of dark magic, witchcraft.
I went to this specific, it's called a botanica. There's a Puerto Rican guy, he's a dual inducted warlock, Santeria, voodoo, Haitian. He's talking to me, and I was like, bro, is that Solange? She's like, oh yeah, she always comes in here. Her and her family, they always are doing rituals.
Her family?
Yes.
They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Kanye is back at it again, exposing the Carters. And this time, he's coming for Beyonce's son, Sir. So there are some wild rumors floating around that Beyonce did witchcraft while pregnant with her twins. And that's why her son, allegedly, was born with some type of disability. Kanye's out here claiming that Beyonce and Jay-Z literally do sacrifices, and that having a son with issues is the price they paid for all that fame and wealth. Now, I know this all sounds like another crazy conspiracy, but you gotta remember that multiple people have accused Beyonce of practicing dark magic. And not just random strangers on the internet, but people who actually worked with her for years. Just recently, one of Beyonce's former dancers came forward, claiming that Beyonce did black magic on her, and even allegedly called for something bad to happen to this dancer's kid. And these are very serious accusations, so it makes you wonder why Beyonce's team never addressed this. And Kanye took it way too far, throwing out the R word while coming for the Carter twins. And he basically accused Jay and Beyonce of keeping their son out of the spotlight because of supposed disabilities. Kanye wrote, "Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids? They're R-word. No, like literally. And this is why artificial insemination is a blessing. Having R-word children is a choice." But wait, what did Kanye mean by it's a choice? Even if Beyonce's son was really born with some disability, how was that her choice? Well, here's where it gets wilder. That post was quickly deleted, but Kanye still wasn't backing down. He later came back and doubled down, this time claiming that Beyonce and Jay-Z are slaves to the system run by a certain group of people, if you know what I mean. And then he wrote this: "The Carters and the Kardashians are basically the same, except the Kardashians are ex." Now, I know people love to dismiss Kanye's rant because of his own issues with mental health, but let's not act like he wasn't telling the truth about how the entertainment industry really works and who allegedly pulls the strings. So now some fans are connecting the dots and speculating that when Kanye says it was Beyonce's choice to have Sir with disability, he might be referring to this theory about Hollywood witchcraft. Kanye spoke about this before and claimed that in the industry, everyone who wants to make it big and get to those upper levels of fame has to give someone they love.
Right. I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
So now a lot of folks are revisiting this clip of Kanye talking about it, and there's this whole theory now that in order to get that level of fame, I'm talking Grammys, #1s, stadium tours, you have to offer up one of your own, one of your closest family members. And it doesn't always mean they have to lose their life, because some folks are saying the sacrifice comes in other forms, like for example, having to raise one of your kids transgender, or pushing your young daughter into the modeling world before she's ready. Now here's where it gets really uncomfortable. People are now looking at Beyonce's son and speculating that he was the sacrifice. Now, I'm not saying I believe this, I'm just telling you what's out there, and it doesn't stop there. Some people are going even further and saying that Beyonce was doing witchcraft and black magic as a way to lock in the sacrifice deal and promise she would offer up one of her kid eventually. Now look, it sounds crazy, but at the same time, when that many people from that many different corners are accusing you of the exact same thing, is it really all a conspiracy? You probably heard about that story about Beyonce's drummer, Kimberly, accusing her of witchcraft. But Kimberly isn't the only one. Just months ago, dancer Khadija Cherie, who worked with Beyonce on the Formation video and the 2016 Super Bowl performance, made some shocking accusations, calling Beyonce a witch and accusing her of allegedly calling for something to happen to her family. Khadija wrote, "Are you effing serious? You called for my child to be R? You evil effing witch. Essence, check on my child. I'm about to blow this ish through the effing roof." And then, in another post, Khadijah tagged Beyonce and wrote, "You went too far. You gotta be kidding me. Giving orders of takeouts never went with your stardom. Watch what the F y'all do at this time. When it was happening to me, I kept my mouth shut for my career, not with my goddaughter. I'll blow your world up. Really, Jigga Man?" Now that post quickly disappeared from Khadijah's feed, and nobody would have even seen it if it wasn't for Tasha K. Tasha grabbed screenshots and put them up on X, and then she got on her YouTube channel and said she believes Khadijah because this isn't the first time Beyonce has been accused of witchcraft by people who worked with her.
Beyonce is being accused again of doing black magic. Now here's what I'm gonna say. Everybody ain't lying. I spent probably a week doing research on all the people that they were connected with, and all of them are connected to some sort of black magic, some sort of witchery.
And then Tasha brought up that incident with Beyonce's drummer, Kimberly Thomas, and she pointed out that Kimberly went as far as to file a restraining order against Beyonce. That's how scared she was.
Because this is an ex-dancer of hers, and now we remember the ex-drummer that came out and we call her crazy too. We got the interview of the drummer. Y'all remember her? And she was saying that Beyonce was using witchcraft and all that stuff, and it always comes out around the time when she getting ready to cipher for a new album. I know Beyonce's a witch. I saw the Lemonade visuals. I saw it. I said, this is dark.
Now here's where it gets deeper. Apparently, it's not just Beyonce who practices witchcraft, it's all the females in her family, including her mom Tina and sister Solange. And Solange isn't even trying to hide it. She's even shared pictures of her altars before. What's also weird is that when this account on X called Got the Scop reposted those photos Solange shared, Solange's team immediately reached out to her and told her to take them down. And she didn't even add any commentary. She literally just reposted what Solange shared. So if Solange is just practicing some alternative religion, if it's all love and light and whatever, why is she trying so hard to hide it? There's nothing inherently bad about being into crystals or candles or whatever, unless she's not practicing something innocent, unless what she's into is actually scary. Now, as for Miss Tina, there have been rumors about her being a high-ranking witch for literally decades. She even had an article published about her in Jezebel, and they referred to her as the One Supreme. And then just recently, one fan went viral on TikTok after sharing a video about meeting Tina in Houston, and this woman said it was like meeting the most evil, wicked witch of the West.
Just from her, she treated me not in a good way. She treated me like I was nothing. I was so excited to meet this lady and thinking that, you know, I could just exchange some good energy with good hellos and stuff. It was terrible. I literally could break down and cry how awful that experience. It was like meeting the most evil, wicked witch of the West. And so humiliating.
Now let's circle back to the main topic, Beyonce's son and Kanye's whole theory about sacrifices. Now, I'm not saying Kanye's right about every single thing he says, but he has been right about enough things that got him called crazy first, then called a truth teller later. So maybe his theory on sacrifices isn't that crazy after all. But let me know what you think. Is this just Kanye ranting because he's mad Beyoncé and Jay-Z dumped him? Or could there be some truth to these allegations of Beyoncé sacrificing her son for fame? Drop all your takes down below and stay tuned for the next video.